To the beginning of May, almost all rape fields fall out of the huntable area because there is almost no chance to bring down a buck in the waving yellow sea of the high crop. It is a huge challenge for even the most skilled-eyed guide to spot the buck hiding in the rape field, which only becomes truly visible when it escapes from the observer with airy leaps. The lucerne covers the roe deer's body as well, reaching almost up to its back. In the meantime, grain crops grew big as well. Roe deer is only visible up from its neck. The warm May sunlight ripens the heads of winter barley nicely. Roe deer enjoy the cover of the dense and high crop very much. The corn and sunflower crop seeded a few weeks ago already came up. The only 10 to 15 centimeters high young plants will grow meters within a few months, providing 100% cover for game instead of the grain, lucerne, and rape fields harvested until then. But for now, with their young leaves, they attract high numbers of not only roe deer, but also small game species to feed. An off-road vehicle is an indispensable piece of equipment for hunting roe deer in an open agricultural area. Be wandering the vast several thousand hectare areas is hardly imaginable otherwise. The vehicle has several other advantages besides the possibility for quick movement. For example, high-power spotting scopes are almost not usable offhand, but the spotting scope is a very important tool for roebuck hunting, because the antlers can be judged from a great distance already, and there is no need to constantly approach the animal, which is very time-consuming and disturbing for the rest of the population. This can be avoided by resting the scope on the vehicle. In the vehicle, there is usually enough space for storing hunting equipment, and transporting the brought-down roe deer means also no problem. Roe deer, which got used to the noise and bustle of agricultural machines, can abide the vehicle close, but it is suspicious against non-machinery things, even if it does not recognize the shape of humans and scampers away quickly. The same cullbuck which scampered from the camouflage blind the day before stands now still while approached by the vehicle and gives enough time for the hunters to do the judgment. With the vehicle, there is no need to approach game as close as by shooting from a stick, because the stable support provided by it means an excellent shooting position for even 200 or 300 meter long shots. For shots way over 200 meters, shooting rests which can be placed onto the vehicle are very useful, which support the rifle smooth and without vibration to make a precise shot possible. This is especially important if the hunter uses a rougher weapon chambered in a bigger caliber because of the high cover to bring down the roebuck. A vehicle is also great help when there is high vegetation cover, and the hunter is unable to see the target clearly while standing on the ground. Even in the biggest heat of hunting fever, safety should not be forgotten about. The hunter is only allowed to travel in a moving vehicle with an unloaded weapon, even on the hunting ground. So putting the rifle unsafe is not enough. No bullet is allowed to be in the chamber. Especially in flat areas where the bullet can reach longer distances without any obstacle, it is important for the hunter not to focus only on game, but he must also watch what is behind it. One must be very careful, for example, if a bush line is behind the animal. The guide must be aware whether there is any building, farm, or working machine behind the vegetation. It is obvious that the rifle must not be raised on game if there is a build-up area behind it. The distance from the danger zone must be pondered, and if it is considered safe, the shot can be taken with great caution, but one must try to fire from a high position, steeply downwards, for example, from the top of the vehicle, in order for the bullet to hit the ground as soon as possible in case of a miss. As the game moves, one must be constantly watching that no humans or assets get into the shooting direction. Extreme attention must be paid as well in the case when the shooting direction is crossed by a road or highway. The danger of shooting at game standing on the horizon cannot be repeated enough times. If the irresponsible hunter hits the game, there is no big trouble. Joy, the bag, and congratulations are coming. However, one miss is enough, and things can change in a very bad direction. So game standing on the horizon must be a taboo for the hunter, no matter what antlers it is carrying, because he is not allowed to shoot in a forbidden direction. Of course, the hunter can also choose to use the vehicle less and to walk and stalk much more. He will obviously be not able to cover areas as big as with the vehicle, but he will know that smaller part of the hunting ground in a more detailed and natural way, since knowing the surroundings and habitat of game is an important part of the hunting. Stalking can be especially effective if the hunters already know the chosen buck. They have an idea about its whereabouts and they want to approach it silently and unnoticed. After wandering a good amount of kilometers and having faced several failures, finally finding the appropriate shootable buck, outsmarting it with frauds, getting within range, and bringing it down with a clean shot is a much more fun-packed adventure than doing this with a vehicle. Evening stalks usually entice lower chances than the dawn hunt, where visibility increases over time. During evening hunts, this is the other way around because as dusk is coming up, light is getting less and less each minute, and the hunters almost race against time to find the shootable buck before darkness sets in. The guide has no easy job leading his guest in the open area to the chosen buck. However, the wind is good. Only a small oil bush provides some cover for the carefully approaching hunter. Roe deer living in agricultural areas prefer to rest in narrow alleys stretching along the edge of parcels or channel banks. They take a position where they can oversee as big areas as possible in order to spot the approaching danger in time. Approaching a watchful buck laying in a place like this is very circumstantial for the hunter. He has to use every cover provided by the smallest curve and piece of grass in order to get within range unnoticed. The high quantity and quality of roe deer population living in the agricultural plainlands of Hungary provides diverse and joyful hunting opportunities for the lovers of spring roebuck hunting. Among several opportunities, any hunter can find a hunting method suitable for their temper, age, and health condition. Dedicated guides try their best in order for their guests to return home successfully and satisfied, to await the next April with excitement, and to return to follow spring roebucks again.
first-class trophy, understand the unique value of your hunting trophy. With our knowledge of game anatomy and expert craftsmanship, we capture that special moment of your hunt, preserving it for a lifetime. As Europe's largest taxidermy company, we have generations of experience. Since 1999, our team has won international recognition and multiple Best in World and Best of Europe titles. Discover the collection of over 30 awards and download our free portfolio book for inspiring ideas on your next trophy mount.